would roll my family in this game every day.
It looks like Rocket League with machine guns without the soccer ball, basically.
What, you don't like the Jet Insta-Lock only Judge? Judge or Rock? They run Judge until they can afford it up.
You know, aiming on joysticks is dog shit.
I'm not a fan of this.
Let's not call the cages smokes, right?
Little gamble TP. You know, a little gamble TP never hurt anybody.
My aim was just utter dog shit.
Shot 9 feet up in the air, you land on the ground, you can't hear anything because your ears are just ringing and your gun's on single fire.
If they start shooting my wall, I just spam slows at them and scream, help!
When I get breach ulted, I alt F4 instantly and I go to bed.
Well, I guess I'm fucking homeless now. Hello and welcome to episode 7 of the Gamble Stack podcast. Now, we're not going to call it a Valorant podcast, at least for today, because I have literally nothing to fucking say about Valorant. Nothing's happened. Nothing's changed. The 2 podcast a week cycle that we've been doing, full griefed, right? Because there's just not enough to talk about. So, at least for today, and we'll figure this out as we move forward, but for today, we're going to be talking about a couple of different games. And, of course, I am joined, as always, by Sigg. Sigg, how the fuck are you doing today, friend?
Yes! Doing fucking great, man. How are you?
Not bad. I'm feeling better. I got my second COVID shot on Tuesday. It's currently Thursday. So, yesterday, I slept for 23 hours straight. I was awake for exactly an hour. I ate a burrito and went back to sleep.
Can you feel the mic? Did you get it in your arm?
Right in the left shoulder.
Arm shot?
Yep.
Can you feel the microchip in there when you just like?
I can speak fluent Russian, and I can feel the Mandarin uploaded into my database as we speak.
All right.
Yep. So, all right. Anyways, so you're fine. Everyone's fine, right? Cool.
We're fine. Yeah.
Moving on.
Great.
So yeah, fuck Valorant today. Nothing to say about it. I'm pissed. I play against people who are way better than me. I can't hit my shots. Anyways, moving on. That is Valorant. So we've been playing Battlefield, right?
Oh yeah, Battlefield 4. Be
So
specific.
Yeah, so Battlefield 4. I've also been playing a little bit of Battlefield 1. I've never played Battlefield before this. Just never.
It's so I don't even know the words for it, man.
It's magical.
You're just in there. You're just
Now, Battlefield 4 is what, a 8-year-old game now? It's old as fuck.
I think it's at least 8, yeah.
It's old as fuck, but it's fun, dude. The movement in the game is pretty good. The gunplay is spectacular. The map
hitboxes
design
are still solid.
Yeah, the hitboxes are fine. The netcode seems it's a 9-year-old game. It's fine. The only complaint I have about Battlefield is the visibility in the game. Like the maps look gorgeous, but the sun sets every fucking match, and if you're fighting into the fucking sunset,
You lost that fight.
fuck you. You can't see shit. Now,
Yeah, you just have to bank on like when you ADS that your reticle that you're looking through, like if the sun's up here and your fucking reticle's down here, that it blocks it out for you. But if not, then
it
yeah,
doesn't.
you're dying.
It just doesn't. Yeah, so there's that. The map design in the game is interesting. No two maps play the same, really. They're so big and open, and you can, for the most part, except for like Operation Locker, you can kind of choose to play the map however you really want.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not a huge fan of like being in vehicles. I feel very restricted because I'm shit at flying, and the ground vehicles just get fucking griefed. But I like playing as infantry, especially the medic guy with the little fucking defibrillator. You know, he's
Assault class.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So you can.
What gun you been rocking on that?
Well, I just started. I'm like level 20, so I was using the AK.
So probably the AK-12.
Yeah, I was using the
to
AK-12, and then I unlocked the M4, and then I unlocked the AN-94, whatever. I don't know what the fuck.
I
it's
love
called.
that. That's what I've been using. Yeah. The FAMAS too. It's the F2000 in that game is so fucking good when you get it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think my favorite gun I've used so far is the M4. I'm probably gonna switch back to that if we play later tonight because it just has no recoil. And and
Yeah,
on
there's
a
not
lot
a
of
lot of
maps.
recoil in that game.
No, like the AI-94
It's just
bounces a little bit though.
yeah. It has my favorite iron sights of any gun all time. The AN-94. The like. Why are you looking at me like that? The rectangle
You're
with the
looking
red.
through a fucking soda. Or you're looking through the top of a Red Bull. That's what you're looking
It
through.
looks so good though. I can see very clearly in those irons.
Well, I can't see shit regardless, but that has nothing
Okay.
to do with the iron sights. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the iron sights, to be honest. I haven't played with a gun in that game that I like the iron sights on. I will say, iron sights in Battlefield 1 are spectacular.
Yeah, there are a lot. Like 1 and 5, they're way fucking better than 4. Those old guns, I don't know what it is about them, but they just have better iron sights, I guess,
Phenomenal.
which shouldn't be the case.
Yeah. Dude, I was playing a sniper in Battlefield 1, a recon,
Yeah.
whatever. And I took the fucking 7x zoom off my gun and was just dinking kids cross map with iron sights. It was so fucking fun. The only thing that kind of throws me off about Battlefield 1 as opposed to Battlefield 4 is like the nade spam. There's so much nade spam in Battlefield 1. I don't know why.
You think it's worse in 1 than 4?
Specifically nades. Launchers and shit like that worse than
Okay.
4 for sure.
Okay.
But like, dude, it's cause you like a lot of the bombs or the fucking flags you have to cap are like in trenches. So as people are coming up
Yeah,
over the
that's
hill,
true.
they just yeet those fucking German stick grenades into the trenches, and I'm sitting there with my dick in my hand, just I'm dead. GG. I don't know. Battlefield's been a ton of fucking fun though. I've been looking for a new game to like sink into. I've been kind of jumping around. Like it was Siege for the longest time, and then it was
We've been
Valorant.
bouncing, boys. We've been fucking bouncing.
Yeah, a little bit of Valorant here and there is good. Good. I mean, I feel bad because like clearly we started this podcast as like hey, we're gonna talk all about Valorant. There's just not that much to talk about. It's like like the updates don't happen fast enough for us to talk for 2 hours a
2
week.
episodes. Yeah, it just doesn't.
Just about Valorant. So we might be going through a slight rebrand here. And just talking about like whatever with gaming. I know Battlefield
Just
6.
general FPS, something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
just 2 guys and 2 computers and just fucking unemployed homeless people, you know?
The Battlefield 6 reveal was supposed to come out today. I should have looked it up on YouTube or something
It's
prior
not
to
out.
starting.
I did look.
It's not?
No,
Damn.
I looked on Twitter and I looked on Dice's YouTube or whatever. It's not out yet. Now, it's going to be out before the 11th because that's when the fucking investor earnings call is or whatever for EA. And they're
Okay.
they're definitely going to release it before then.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah, 100%. So we'll know more. I don't even think it's going to be called Battlefield 6. The rumor is that it's going to be like
I don't
just
think so
called
either.
Battlefield.
Love it. Battlefield's always been like weird with their names.
Yeah, it went from 4 to fucking 1.
Went like Battlefield, and then I want to say Battlefield Bad Company, and then Battlefield Bad Company 2, then Battlefield 3, 4,
and then 1.
then like Hardline, then 1, and then 5.
Yeah.
And
Full
then
grief.
Battlefield.
Change
Yeah,
it.
it's grief.
Definitely change that for sure. Yeah. So Battlefield's been a fucking blast. Obviously. We're going to talk probably a lot about Battlefield in the future. So if you don't like that, go ahead and fuck off for me.
Word.
Yeah, you know, another game that I thought was going to be fun that Sigg called the bluff on basically
Real
immediately.
early.
Yeah, it was as it downloaded, he was like, this is I'm sick of looking at this already. This game called Enlisted. Now, I'm sure you've heard of it.
Dog shit.
Yeah, it's terrible. The thing is
free as it should be. It should be free.
Its biggest downfall is that it's a free to play game and that the progression is horseshit. If the game was just like $20 and you just bought it and then you played it and you like unlocked guns at a reasonable pace, the game would be sick. Unlock like guns and tanks and shit like that. If it was basically just Battlefield, but a ripoff and like with the squad thing where you control like 4 different people, it would be sick. The worst part about that game is that it's free to play. So if you are a fucking nerd, you can just drop $100 and have all the end game shit and just get fucking hyper kills 5 seconds into the game with your fucking plane because 97 people are running out of their spawn. You can kill all of them, and that happens to me every game. It's just, the game's horseshit. The gunplay is fun.
It's dog shit, man.
It's like it's not actually a dog shit game. It's the free to play progression mechanic is what ruins it. I promise. The game would be so good.
I think the game looks like it looks like
it looks like trash
to me. It looks horrendous.
Every
like
game,
it's not even like the art style. It's like they made it to look realistic, like a Battlefield game would, and it just looks like dog shit. Like Battlefield 4 has been out for like 8 years, and Battlefield 4 looks way better than that game.
So this game is in beta, right? It's in beta.
Yeah, but they're not gonna.
No, I know, but listen to me. It's in beta and it's crossplay. It's built for crossplay. So whereas Dice or EA, right? Well. Yeah, sure. So whereas they are a huge company with like multiple studios working on the game, and they can make a version for PC and a version for console or whatever, and they can have them all optimized differently. I don't think that's what they did with this game. I think they took
they built it for console.
It's the same engine that runs their fucking mobile World of Tanks horseshit that they fucking developed, and they were just like, hey, this'll run fine. They just put it out. It's free. It doesn't matter. The game's horseshit. Don't fucking play it. But it was kind of fun for like 2 hours.
If I had never played Battlefield, I would probably think that game was fucking sick. But like what I was saying the whole time I was playing, is like I have Battlefield 4 and 5 on my PC. I'm like, I have 2 better versions of whatever the fuck you guys are trying to make me play right now on my computer that I could play whenever I want.
And then that's exactly what we did. We went and played 4.
I played a game of this and Alt F4.
I probably put 4 hours into it in total. I had fun for the first 2. But yeah, it's...
For the first 2? What about the back 2?
It just... Dude, the gameplay... Like, some of the game modes are absolutely horrendous. So, like, there's a map that's Normandy Beach, right? D-Day. And you're playing... Like... You can either play as Axis or Allies.
Is that the one that you were running up the hill the whole game? Yeah.
So I get it. Like they're trying to make it like realistic. Like D-Day was a shit show, right? Not an easy fucking battle. But like I'm playing a video game.
You could make it a little more balanced. Yeah. Maybe.
So if you spawn into D-Day and you're on, if you're a Nazi, right? And you're spawning in on D-Day, GG, you won. Because you have a hill with 700 bunkers and 4,000 turrets in it, like fucking Browning machine guns mounted up, and the dumbass Americans have to just land on a beach and walk through 600 meters of barbed wire to get there, to get to the foot of the hill where they will be fucked rapaciously from snipers and machine gun nests. It's so that map is fucking terrible. Like I get it. It's D-Day, right? We're playing a historical event, not...
Are there 2 halves in that game? Like, did you get to switch halves, or did you just...
Of course not. You spawn in on Allies, and you've lost now. And Good job. Good job. Way to go fight the Nazis. You lose. Fucking dog shit. I
didn't pay attention to how the objectives were spread out across that map, but I'm sure it wouldn't make a big enough impact to balance it.
No. You have to get across the whole beach to the first set of bunkers. There's your first objective. But the bunker's like in a valley. And you can't get up onto the sides of the valley without getting into the valley. You can't like go from the beach up the hill onto the valley. That's not how it works. You have to get into the valley and then climb up the hills. And they're just sitting at the top with machine guns. And you have to get to this little fucking shit bunker that they put 800 sets of barbed wire in.
Are there smoke grenades in that game?
Yes. Do they work? No.
No,
of course not.
Oh.
Yeah, there are smokes.
I'm going to start running smokes in Battlefield, side note. I've been thinking about that. Yeah, you get fucking 3 of them.
Oh, okay.
You get 3 of them.
Dude, I switched to whatever the nades that you get 2 of are. Those are shit.
They don't do a lot of damage. The minis? Yeah. Is that what you're talking about?
They're shit.
Yeah, I don't think they full kill a player.
No. Dude, they wouldn't. They don't do shit. Like I stood on,
They
I
do
threw
like
2 of
70
them.
damage or something.
We won a game last night and there was like 16 tickets left, so we just like stood in a circle and started shooting the ground on the last player we killed. And I threw
Mhm.
2 of them at my feet. Lived through it. What the fuck is that?
What HP were you? Do you know?
100. Oh, afterwards?
Yeah.
Like 15. They do like 40.2 a piece.
Okay.
They're dumb.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I
they're
thought
dumb.
2 of them full killed somebody. They might do reduced damage to you, but
I was
doubt
also
it.
standing on medkits because we were like throwing fucking medkits and shit. We were just trolling.
True.
Yeah.
Is that beach game that we were all teabagging around in the circle? Yeah.
That I threw 2 nades at my.
How about that admin though?
Yeah.
By the way, my God, was that? I meant to talk to you about that before we went live. That man was fucking committed to that server.
So we jump into this. If you're on PC, the server, it's a Battlefield 4 server. It's Conquest, all maps. It's like a 45 hertz server. Anyways, it's a good server, and we jumped in. It's called !Dogs, DAWGS. We hop in, we play a couple games, and all of a sudden Sigg is just like he turns to me in Discord. Well, he says to me in Discord, he's like, "Dude, the admin for this server just followed me on Twitch." And then like 11 seconds later, the follow notification goes off on my stream. It's this dude Dog. And he's like, he just says, "Enjoy the server." I was like, "Oh hell yeah, dude, thanks. I have been. I appreciate it." And then like we keep going on about our game. I assumed he just jumped in, hit follow, jumped out. And our boy Fresco's like talking about, oh, this game won't recognize my DLC or whatever. So he like, the admin like types in my chat. He's like, have him do a file scan and repair or whatever for the game through Origin. That'll fix it. And then like at one point my ping spiked because I was streaming and playing. So it spiked to like 130 or something. And he like must have seen it.
I don't even know what he could have done.
I don't know. This dude was so fucking locked in. He like fixed my ping, and then he sent me a message in the server being like, "Hey, you're all set
Just
with your
put
ping
a message on your screen."
Yeah, and then he comes in my chat like, "Hey, fixed your ping," and then like 10 minutes pass. Again, the game finishes up, and then someone joins the Discord call that we're in, and we're like, "Who is it?" You know, because none of us are tabbed in. Yeah, we have no idea who it is. And he's like, "It's the admin." So I click over, and this dude already changed his name to the admin. I'm looking at his name right now in here. Changed his name to the admin, was just in here. And then we had a blast playing with this dude last night. Super fun dude. He was, of course, lagging the other team and kicking anyone who jumped in the helicopter. No. We won some, we lost some. It was a good time, but he's a really nice dude. Really
I don't think we did lose. Did we lose some?
We lost a game.
We lost a game.
Yeah, we lost a game. It was like
we were fucking rolling. Our squad though, we were
top of the leaderboard.
Elite squad or whatever it's called. Literally every game that night.
We were fucking locked in, dude.
Yeah, that shit was so fun.
It was a good time. I'm looking forward to playing later. I'm getting on at 8 p.m. and I'll be on until 4 in the morning. No, that's of course.
Yeah, I actually streamed like 8 hours last night. I was on from like 8:45 is when Screwy hit me up to play Valorant, and then I didn't stop playing until 5 a.m.
Jesus.
But we did play Battlefield for like 4 or 5 of those hours because we played a little after you got off. Me, Fresco, and Admin did.
Yeah, Battlefield, man, fun game. I'm really looking forward to the new game. I hope they don't fuck it up like they did kinda with 5. At least people said 5 was fucked.
I didn't dislike 5. 5 is so good to me. I don't know.
So
maybe I'm just a blind witness because I'm so biased about the games.
I didn't play it, right? But I remember when the game came out,
people just didn't want it to be another old-fashioned, like, because they just played 1 for fucking a couple years, and then they're like, why is this shit not modern? That was like the whole pickiness of that game, in my opinion. But I think it's a great fucking game.
The biggest complaint I saw right off the rip was that it's like people were bitching because like there were like the character customization, you could have like a prosthetic leg and like be a woman. So people were furious that it wasn't like true to World War II because apparently women didn't exist in 1940. Now these people are dumb, right? Because we're playing a video game. If you want to be immersed, right? Go down to the post office. Sign up for the army.
Could you imagine how many more complaints there would be about girls playing this game and they go to customize their character and there's no fucking females?
That's what I'm saying.
How much worse would that look? rather than there weren't girls in the army in 1940, whatever.
Regardless, that's like the main complaint I saw for the game when it first came out. Now, again, I never played it, so I don't know. I can't speak to like the gunplay or anything like that. But I do know
Phenomenal. One word.
I do know that the Battlefield 4 versus Battlefield 1, I prefer the gunplay of Battlefield 4 for sure. Battlefield 1, all the guns.
Battlefield 5 feels a little different than 1. I don't even know how to explain it. I haven't played 1 in so long.
1 is
I'm trying to like
grief.
jog my memory of it.
The recoil in that game is just sporadic. Like there is no controlling recoil.
I do remember that. Yeah.
You just spray and your gun just draws a star. It's just hitting corners. It's ridiculous. But there's two reasons for that. I think that in Battlefield 4 and what they were trying to fix from that was that you could just use any gun at any range basically, and they're all kind of like lasers for the most part. So they were trying to make like an effective engagement range for weapons. So you can't just have a submachine gun and cross map somebody with a sniper or whatever. And the other thing I think they were trying to stay true to was like, hey, these guns were dog shit. This was fucking 1917.
Yeah. It's really hard to make those like old-timey war games like have good and balanced gun mechanics and be realistic at the same time. It's fucking because like Enlisted went for the realistic approach with that whatever battle you were talking about.
Yeah.
D-Day. And
Terrible.
it's just people fucking hate it. Yeah.
I mean, I hate it. I don't know. I don't know. People seem to be loving this game. Enlisted.
I don't see it. You know.
I think you and I are the only people who are like done playing it. Like our whole friend group.
My dad was trying to get me on it.
Our whole friend group who like Toggles had downloaded or whatever, they're all still playing it. So
no shot, dude.
Yeah, Emmanuel played it for like 6 hours yesterday.
I'm just gonna assume he's never played Battlefield because Toggles hasn't really either. Because if they had played Battlefield prior to that, imagine you played Battlefield, you had the Battlefield 4 experience that you had in the past week, and then you tried Enlisted. How much worse do you think you would probably think that game is, like playing it now versus when you played it then?
Oh, I already think it's the second worst game I've ever played behind Call of Duty Warzone. It's already like if I were to be locked in someone's basement and they said, "Hey, I'll set you free if you play Call of Duty," I would just die. I'd be like, cut all my toes off and hang me from the rafters and just let me bleed out. Right? Now if someone gave me the same preposition for Enlisted, I'd probably put like an hour into it and be like, "All right, can I fucking leave now?" And if they let me go, I would say, "Okay, thanks." And if they didn't, I would say, "Just kill me. I'm done." So yeah, it's not a fun game. It's not fun or exciting to play.
What you just said makes me want to play Outlast, like that whole scenario that you were just in, dude. I've been wanting to do like an Outlast playthrough on stream, like 1 and 2.
Yo, how do you I don't know what Outlast is, but how do you feel about survival games in general? Like, did you ever play DayZ or anything?
No, I'm not big on them at all. Outlast is just a horror game. You're like I don't remember what year it's in. I feel like it's in like the 80s, 70s, or 80s, maybe the 60s.
See,
you're this reporter.
Horror.
Dude, this game's so fucking good though. You're this reporter who's asked, like there's a lot of noise or shit going on about this hospital, and for some reason your guy pulls up. I mean, it's fucking like 2 a.m. and he drives through he stops outside the gate, walks into the place, and then like just a sequence of events happen that this man cannot get out.
Okay.
And there's some crazies in there. Yeah, there's some fucking
I don't
shit
know.
Your pants playing this game.
Horror in general, like movies, books, video games, whatever, they're all just so fucking boring to me. Like I don't think jump scares are interesting or unique or anything like that.
This game actually it's like good gameplay though too. It's not like it's exciting, it's cool, it's like not easy. You have to hide from things. I think you would like this game. If you were gonna play a horror game, make it Outlast. Don't
Alright.
play.
You know
Don't
what?
start on like Resident Evil.
The only thing horror I ever enjoyed was a movie called The Strangers. You ever see that?
No, I haven't watched a lot of horror movies either, though. I was never too
Dude,
huge on it
so
growing up.
I don't give a shit about movies that are like ghosts, witches, anything that's not doesn't exist in the world that I live in. I'm not fucking scared by, don't care.
Did you watch it?
Yeah,
The It movie?
don't care.
Okay.
Don't give a fuck, right? Doesn't I
Not
saw
that
the old one,
those are
saw
like
the new one.
thrillers, not horrors, but
Whatever.
God.
They're dog
Yeah,
shit.
it doesn't matter.
So this movie, The Strangers, came out in 2008. It's classified as an American psychological horror film. Brian Bertino wrote it. So basically, the plot of this movie is that this couple stays at their vacation home in the middle of fucking nowhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like out of nowhere, the power gets cut, the phone lines are cut, and they're like, oh shit, there's not like a storm or anything. What the fuck happened? So they like go outside to check like the fucking thing, and it's like snipped. So they're like, oh, that's fucked. So they like go back inside to get their cell phone or whatever, and their cell phones are just gone, like snatched from the kitchen counter or whatever.
Jesus, that's fucking brutal.
Yeah. And then the guy goes out to, I don't remember if this is exactly how it plays out, but this is basically what happens. The guy goes out to like get in his car and like look for some shit that he had, or like get ready to fucking leave because this is fucked. And he looks across like the yard, and there's just this dude standing there just staring at him with like a sack over his head with the eye holes cut out.
Yeah.
Just fucking standing there looking real sketchy. And he freaks out and runs back in the house, and then they like lock all the doors and they hold up in there, and they continue to get griefed by like these three fucking people who are just looking real sus, just with bags of just empty potato bags on their heads, just absolutely terrifying. And I'm not going to give away the ending of the movie, but it's absolutely fucked the way it ends. Now that movie scared the shit out of me, and it was actually a really good movie because like people are actually fucked up, and like that shit could happen.
That's like, yeah, I like shit like what you said, like that's way more realistic, like that could happen, not just a witch in the woods, you know.
Not just a clown with chainsaw teeth chasing you through the sewers for some
reason.
Yeah,
just a tree just gets out of its roots and starts running at you, you know.
Yeah, don't care, right? Don't give a fuck about any of that. But yeah, that movie, The Strangers, we should do like a watch party for that or something in the Discord. That would be fucking fun. That movie is good.
It sounds pretty solid.
That movie.
You said it came out in like 2008.
Yeah, good movie. I watched it when I was like fucking 12 or whatever in 08. And I think that's why it scared me so hard. But I've watched it since then, and it holds up. It's a good movie. So yeah, that's the only horror movie I ever watched that I was like, that was a good movie. Everything else is dog shit. Saw was decent. The Saw movies?
Never saw it.
Those are decent. I mean, a couple of them. I think Saw 2 and Saw 3 were good. I never watched any of the ones after that. Anyway, speaking of, we're back on the Battlefield topic. So, the new Battlefield 2021, it's supposed to come out in like October or some shit. And apparently, there's a rumor that they're going to release a free-to-play Battle Royale alongside or shortly thereafter the game's launch. Now, I think this makes a lot of sense because they're probably looking at like what Warzone has done with Call of Duty. And undoubtedly, that is the most popular. It is both the most popular part of the Call of Duty franchise and has probably led to more sales of Modern Warfare and Cold War than they would have otherwise had, because you can level up the guns to use in that Battle Royale through the base game.
That was smart on their part. I will give them that.
Yeah.
That was genius.
So I think it makes sense that Battlefield would probably do something very similar to this.
Battlefield did have a BR not too long ago.
Yeah, it died
that came
in like a
out
month.
with 5. Yeah, it was like Firestorm, I think it was called.
That is the only Battlefield product I had ever played, because it was like a free-to-play weekend when that dropped. And I played, that came out with 5, right?
Yeah, so I already had. I played it on PC. I just wasn't that into I've never been big into BR, so I played it like a couple times. I don't think the lobbies were that big either. I think it was only
64.
like, was it?
Yeah, it was the
I'm
same as their
remembering.
normal lobby size.
Hmm.
I've been looking into this because I'm trying to figure out whether the new Battlefield VR is going to be good or not. I have
Yeah.
faith. See, I think Battlefield could make like the best BR ever. I think it could be like
There's
better than PUBG.
possibilities for that.
I think it could
PUBG
be
2 is in the works, I think. By the way,
really.
side note, I'm pretty sure.
We'll get. Hold on to that. We'll get there. We'll
Yeah,
get there
hold
when
on.
we get there.
I'm gonna do some research real while we're talking about this.
Okay, so, but think about how sick a Battlefield BR could actually be. Like if they had
So many as long as there's not just blatantly overpowered fucking tanks, you know.
Yeah,
They gotta
that's the
lock it in
problem
with
is
that
that
kind of shit.
Battlefield's known for their fucking vehicle play, and their vehicles are so strong. And like in a BR, how do you balance like, oh, if a tank comes at you and you haven't looted like a fucking rocket launcher, like how do you not fucking get griefed? There would
Yeah.
almost have to be like, I don't know, it would either have to be like a Warzone thing where you have your own loadout that you can get, or you just like spawn in with. But then it kind of defeats the purpose of like looting entirely, which was
I
my
almost
biggest
think it would have
problem.
to take place in a city.
Where like there are no.
Because if it
tanks.
has a bunch of open fields, people are gonna be like, "Where the fuck are my LAVs?" You know?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's like where most of the loot would be. A lot of rat
True.
play in that shit, though. I don't know.
Yeah, BRs are hard, man. I still think PUBG on that topic is my favorite BR that's ever come out. Mostly because like the gunplay in that game is good. The map design, even though there are some maps like I'm not a huge fan of Miramar, but like I still would rather play Miramar than like any other fucking battle royale.
Yeah, for sure. So it says PUBG 2 seems to have been confirmed and is happening. There's no release date on it or anything, but apparently, I had heard about that like fucking 8 months ago though, and I still haven't heard any
Now,
updates about it. So
if they make a PUBG 2, what do you think is going to change? Do you think they're going to put it on like a new engine so it like runs better?
probably, I would hope. I feel like they would have to. I think their hand would be forced on that. If it's like the same engine, people are gonna be like, "Well, why the fuck would I play it?" They're
Yeah.
probably gonna switch up the meta in guns. I'm hoping they don't have any of the same guns,
Well,
but like they have guns that play similar, just different. Like
here's the thing, like they could not have any of the same guns, right? But like they have all the like staple guns that people like to use, like the Scar, the UMP, the M4, the AK, like all the big guns that are in shooters are in that game. What else would they put in? They're gonna put like a fucking.
I don't know. There's no FAMAS in that game.
There's no AK-74U.
Like an AN-94, just like shit like that.
Yeah, I guess.
And there's an M16. Trying to think of. I don't know the names of any bolts off the top of my head other than the K9 and the M4.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a weapon guy. I don't fucking.
No, I'm not either.
I own a fucking.
They could make that happen though. Like that could be a fucking thing.
I don't care.
There's not a lot of guns in PUBG. There's only like 15 weapons or some shit.
I don't give a shit if it's all the same weapons. I just want the weapon balance to work differently. I don't want it to just be like a DMR AR meta.
It's a DMR. It's a DMR game. Like you're using your DMR for fucking 90% of the match, and you're using your AR either if you're rushing somebody that's in a building or the last circle. That's literally the only times.
But it'd be nice. It'd be nice. I think the main reason that is because of how much recoil there are on ARs. I think if there was like half the recoil.
I was gonna say up the recoil on DMRs.
Sure.
Instead of making the ARs laser.
No, don't make them a laser. Don't do that.
Okay.
But right now the recoil is absurd on ARs.
I like that though. Like I'm a huge fan of high skill cap like that.
Sure. I don't know, because like I don't want the skill gap to be lowered, but I also don't want to be fucked if I don't find a DMR. Because like that's what it is.
That's why I'm thinking you nerf the piss out of DMRs because they don't take near as much skill or like repetition learning anything that ARs do in that game. You just shoot. Like if you know basic bullet lead, you shoot and then you wait for your fucking thing to drop. You wait like a half a second and then you shoot again. And
Yeah.
you don't have to compensate for any recoil with that. I feel like that's a way lower skill gap than the barrel spray does for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I just feel like it should be in a place where you have the option to either get good at spraying your AR or use a DMR. Like those should be your two options, and you shouldn't be disadvantaged for getting really good at using an AR. Because right now, if you're good at using an AR and you're fighting someone who's 50 meters out, let's say, you lose that 10 out of 10 times to somebody who's just doing the tap fire with the DMR if they're landing their shots and you're landing your shots.
Yeah.
So I think within like a reasonable engagement distance, ARs just should be viable as like don't make them easy to use, but like if you're good at using one, you should be able to fucking take that fight.
Maybe add some scope shake to the DMRs when you're standing and or crouched, and like make it more of a prone thing. Like if you see somebody out in the open field, it's like honestly IRL. If I see somebody running an open field and I'm just fucking standing up, just upright with a with whatever the fuck is in my hand,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm hitting them with, I don't know, 5 consecutive bullets. Just tapping the fuck away. It's hard.
Yeah.
Good luck
Weapon
to them.
balance is so fucking weird. Do you think they're gonna put any of the same maps in, or do you think it'll be an all new map rotation?
Better not, unless it's Erangel. But I still think they should change it if they do. I think they should make it a whole new feeling game, is where I'm coming from. I think they should change like everything that they can. Not to say that they should just completely divert the game and not even make it feel the same, but just make it have that new feel.
The crazy thing is like if you played PUBG back when it first came out and then didn't play it until now and you loaded up the game, it would already feel like PUBG 2. Like it already feels like a complete different game than when it came out. It was the same thing with Siege. Like if you played Siege in year 1 and year 2 and then you go back in year 6 and play it, it's a completely different game.
I don't know why they took the recoil out of Siege. Side note. I don't understand.
Fuck Ubisoft. Fuck Ubisoft. Yeah, I could see both sides of the argument for the old maps in or out of the game, because like if they put it on a new engine and everything like runs a lot better and the maps look better or whatever, like I could see being interested in like, hey, I want to play Erangel and I want to get more than 7
I think
frames.
Erangel would be the only one that people would want in the.
A lot of people like Sandhawk, dude. A lot a lot of Miramar. A lot of people like the fucking Vikendi too. I like Vikendi, man. I like that map.
Vikendi?
Yeah, snow. Dude, anything with snow on it, I'm into it. It reminds me of home. I'm looking outside. It's fucking.
Does it? We don't get shit for snow here. We got like
May 6th, and there's a foot and a half of snow on the ground. That's a joke, of course. It's not actually snowing. It was like a week and a half ago. It was snowing. So.
We did actually get like a inch of snow like a week and a half ago here, which is just random. It was like 70 that morning. I don't know.
Yep. Yeah. Good old global. But anyways. Yeah, I could see it going both ways with the old maps in or out of that game. I don't really care either way. As long as there are new maps to play. I don't care if the old ones are there too or not. I also think they need to go back to letting you choose what map you play, but that's like a player base or a player retention issue more than like if there's not enough players on the game, then you can't do that unless the lobbies are just all bots, which they already kind of are.
Yeah, it's fucking grief. How do you feel about the Halo Infinite release coming out?
Don't care.
Like late this year. You don't care?
I don't care at all. I don't like Halo. I did when I was a kid. Don't get me wrong. Halo 3 was like
same.
my
Yeah.
favorite. I didn't play a lot of video games growing up, but I used to go to my friend Pat, my buddy Pat's house down the fucking. It's in the next neighborhood down. Doesn't matter. He lived like 5 minutes away. I used to ride my skateboard to his house, and we would play Halo 3 for just our entire childhood. We just played that game on Xbox 360 until our fingers.
Just the campaign?
No, online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, online. That Halo 3 had some of the best
I
maps.
don't know there was internet when you were a kid.
Fuck you. Yeah. No, Halo 3 is great. The problem I have with Halo though, in general,
Mm-hmm.
is that it's not so much about who's better at shooting each other. It's about what team is better at remembering how long until the fucking energy sword and the rocket launcher spawn and
Yeah, it's
holding those
all about
points in the
knowing
map.
spawn cycles. That's
So all you
and
need to do
fucking knowing where the next objectives are going.
all you
Like
need to do is sit
that's
in the fucking room the energy sword spawns in with a
just watch
shotgun.
2 YouTube videos. Yeah.
Yeah. You sit in that room with a shotgun until the energy spawn or energy sword spawns. And then you grab that and you fuck everyone's ass. That's what that game is. And like when I was a kid, that was fun because I wasn't good at all. So I would just sit in the
Yeah,
energy
'cause it
sword
didn't fucking matter.
spawn and then I would get it and I would go 37-6. It was great. But now it's just like I don't want to fucking do that. It sounds terrible. So no, I don't care about Halo. I bought Master Chief Collection thinking, "Oh, dude, it'll be cool to play some of these old Halo games on PC." It's
If
not.
they're fucking serious about it, I would hope that they release a console version and a PC version. And the PC version, no matter, even if you have a controller, has no aim assist. Because the aim assist in that game is fucking exhausting to look at. Like it
It's
just
never gonna
locks
happen.
on you.
Every
I know
game
it.
that
But
comes
that's the only
out,
way I would play it.
every
Like
game that
seriously.
comes out from here until the end of time is going to be crossplay forever. The new Battlefield
so
game is going to be
stupid.
crossplay. It is.
Yeah, but they're not gonna fucking give people aim lock like COD and Halo are.
Keep that energy. We'll fucking
Okay.
see. We'll fucking see. Halo's supposed to be coming out with VR. That kind of interests me. I would play the Halo VR before I would play Halo multiplayer.
I feel like it's gonna be one of those that's gonna be hot for 2-3 weeks and then
Any
less fucking
Hyperscape
play
in the any Hyperscape players in the chat? Dead game.
Any enlisted players?
Yeah. Did you ever play Hyperscape?
I no.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
That game was kind of fucking fun,
The
man.
UBBR?
Yeah, that game was actually kind of fucking fun, dude. Not gonna lie. The thing that ruined that game was aim assist, of course, because it was crossplay.
Companies just need to fuck off with that. It's so
Stop making games crossplay. Stop.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah,
it's never gonna be balanced.
It's not fair for the controller players or the console players, I should say, because I'm getting double their frames. So I'm seeing information twice as fast as they do. In my old fucking, I'm 78 years old. My eyes don't work. I'm still getting information faster than
And you can put your POV on 100, and theirs is usually capped at 60.
Sure, but we're disadvantaged because we have to use our hands and arms to play the video game, whereas they press
have
L2.
An AI named Roberto,
and the computer
Rodriguez.
doesn't fucking miss. It just doesn't. And that was the case in Hyperscape. And by the time they nerfed the aim assist, everyone had already stopped playing. No one cared anymore. So like apparently the game's in a good spot right now. Gameplay wise.
Is it? I didn't know anybody still played that fucking game.
That's the problem. So you can
Okay.
I've went on Twitch and watched someone play it the other day just because I was like, hey, is this game still a thing? And he was getting in lobbies with like 32 people. And the queue times were 7 minutes. Game's just dead. Yeah. But he's like, the game, it looks like it plays phenomenally. Just no one fucking cares, which is unfortunate, but make a better game.
What are you gonna do? You know?
Make a better game. Yeah, so what do you think about Halo BR? Would you play that?
I don't know. I just don't know how they would do it. Because like all the maps in Halo have been so small. Like in every game I've seen. Halo 4, I think no, it was 5. Halo 5 had some decent sized map. Or was it 4? I don't fucking don't care. And they only have like fucking 4, 5, 6 guns in their entire game. And it would just whoever gets the sniper, GG, well played. I don't know.
The fucking battle
if
rifle.
there's a sniper, if it's the same guns, and whoever gets that sniper is literally winning the game.
Yeah, I think it would look a lot like Call of Duty's first BR, Blackout. if they were to make a BR map. So instead of it being
That
like a
game is so
whole,
pretty.
yeah, dude, Blackout was a phenomenal BR,
It was beautiful.
and the gunplay was good.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good game. Either way, um, I think it would look like that map where they would just take a bunch of like really well-regarded Halo maps and put them on all like 17 of them in like a bigger context. I think that would be really cool. I don't know what
Wait,
they
you're
would do with
saying
weapons.
put a bunch of maps and like link them together? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
you remember
And that
what
being like
Blackout
hexes?
was?
Do you remember?
Blackout had like shooting
Mm,
range and like a bunch
no,
of
I
other.
don't remember the difference. I didn't play it a lot. I played it till I got my first win, and then I got rid. I did the same thing with Firestorm.
Go ahead and Google
I just played it
Blackout
for like
map.
an hour.
Go ahead and Google the
Okay.
Blackout map and look at this. I'll pull it up on my stream. So they had Nuketown on like an island. Cargo Docks was there. These were all different maps. Turbines there, Asylums there. That was like a Nazi zombies map. Train station was there. Firing range, array. Like most
Okay.
of these POIs
Yeah,
were
that's
like,
probably exactly what Halo would do, Bungie.
yeah, and that would be sick.
Yeah,
That would
for
be
sure.
sick. I think that is like the best chance Halo has at making a good BR. I don't know what the fuck they would do with weapons though.
Their
They would
gun
have to.
mechanics are just so.
It actually could be. It actually, well, yeah,
Ugh.
Bloom in that game would make it terrible because the only reason Bloom is bad in every game, but the only reason Fortnite got away with it was because the skill gap didn't come from aiming; it came from building.
Nah.
So like your
And you're
handicap
not really
with
getting
Bloom.
more than 2 bullets on a guy, anyways, before he's built an Eiffel Tower and is
No, you either
triple
kill them
ramping
with
at
a
you.
sniper before the fight starts, or you land 2 AR
Or
bullets
you.
and push them with a shotgun when they're building an Eiffel
Yeah, it's
Tower.
all shotties.
Yeah, and you have to build faster than they build or whatever. I used to be good at Fortnite on controller. I used to be goated, dude.
Me and Toggles were. We would only play that game on the weekends because we played Siege every weeknight on PS4 for a while. And like for the first like 6 months that we did that, we only played this game on weekends, didn't touch it throughout the week. And we would get on and just win like 4 out of 5 duos
Yeah.
a day, just every like Saturday.
Yeah, me and my friend Dalton used to get on and run duos, and we would just like stomp lobbies because Dalton was nasty at sniping, and I was pretty
Mhm.
good at building. Like, so I was good at building before people were good at building. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I understood that like editing, like putting a wall up and then editing a hole in it and shotgunning someone, then closing that hole was like the play before like that
Mhm.
became the meta. So I would do that shit and just like confuse people. Cuz
We just had better aim than everybody from Siege because that game,
yeah,
I don't know what it is about that game. It just like trains your brain
to aim
better than
Yeah.
COD. I don't know. Something like that.
Sure. Well, I mean, if you were playing on controller back then, that's the only shooter that didn't have aim assist at the time.
Yep.
So,
Which thank you, UB, by the way.
oh yeah,
For
back to the crossplay issue. I think this is gonna be like a big problem. Like this makes me
it's
not
gonna
want
cause
to
a
play
war.
games.
There's gonna be a civil war.
Like I don't. The only reason I don't play Modern War or not Modern Warfare, but I don't play fucking Warzone is because of aim assist. Because I get fucking fried across the map from people who are
I
just
just
holding
don't
L2.
get like they have a big enough player base to have only console players play only console players. So that's not the problem. I could get a small game doing it because their hand would be kind of forced because their player base isn't gonna be that fucking expanded like COD's is. But I just don't get why people think it's balanced if you have to give one of the sides a fucking aimbot.
Yeah.
Like why is that fair for anybody? And when I'm on console, I don't want to play against mouse and keyboard players either.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I
the thing.
don't
It's
want
like
it both ways.
both sides have their own advantages. Like the movement and like the ability to just snap on a target for like a keyboard and mouse player is nuts. But then like the free
That
tracking.
takes skill.
Yeah, I know. That's the
You
thing.
gotta earn that one.
That's why I like playing like fucking PUBG because I know if I get shit on in PUBG, that dude is actually cheating and gonna be banned for it, or a god and like worked that hard to get that good at aiming, which I respect. And if I lose to that, GG, well played.
Yeah, exactly.
But it makes me so furious dying to shit aim assist.
Yeah,
And I'm sure it
it's
makes
like
them just as furious when they die to someone who like jump peeks them around a
who
corner and they die before they
flips.
even see him on their screen because I'm getting 240 frames and they're getting 60. I'm sure that makes them furious too. So like it's not a good situation for either.
Yeah, the thing about on console, if you had somebody's back, you would never lose that gunfight ever
Yeah.
because they just can't do a 180 that fast. But some console players probably fucking hate it when they aim assist on the back of the guy's neck, they shoot him twice, and then they fucking
We just
whip
snap
a
around.
180. Yeah, just
We're
snap
just
around.
and we're just
Yeah, just 19 inches of mouse pad
Yeah.
just on fire, and then my mouse is over here, just like fucking tire skids just flaming across my mouse.
fucking. Did you ever have a mouse like do that shit where like you flick it across your mouse pad too hard and it starts like spinning out? Do you ever have that shit with like the old
I've never
sensors on
had
the
that.
mice?
Mm-mm.
Dude, my Death
That
Hatter
sounds
used to do
hilarious,
that
though.
shit. If
Did
I
it? Mine never did that. I didn't have a big mouse pad though.
It's
I
because
was
I
more
play
of a
on
Hisense player.
it's because I play on super low DPI, I think. So if
Mhm.
I like move super fucking fast on that mouse in particular, it would just
keeps
dude, I
spinning,
would
you
just
say?
keep doing 360s. If I did like a 180 too fast, my fucking shit would
What?
just be 360. I don't know.
That's crazy. I had a Death Hatter
hilarious.
for like 3-4 years prior to now, and it was fine. I never had that.
I don't know. Ugh. What else we got? There's got to be more.
What's our time frame looking like right now?
We're at 50 minutes.
We could
talk
let me look at
about-
my desktop.
We could talk about some of the more info that's been leaked on the new Battlefield. So
Has there been more? Like today?
there's
You mean?
no, it's that. Do you know that dude, fucking Tom, whatever?
Yeah, Tom.
He's the fucking leaker guy. Whatever, doesn't matter.
No.
He's a leaker guy, and like
Lawnmower.
most of what he leaks like all Call of Duty shit. He leaks like Battlefield. He leaks all the fucking big games, and he is like 90% accurate with everything he's leaked. Like he's the
So he's-
Nostradamus of
he's,
video games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one of those in the NBA. He's called Woj.
Yeah. So he just knows things because he knows things. And I watched a
Okay.
video of his a couple days ago. So here are some of the standout points. So he said he was 95% certain there was going to be a free-to-play BR alongside this new game. He's 100% certain it's going to be crossplay. What was the other big thing?
I don't remember Battlefield having like that potent of aim assist though when I was playing on
I don't
console. It
fucking
didn't, like
know.
I didn't feel it at all when I was playing on console. It might not even
might
have it.
not.
I'm not sure.
It definitely has it, but I don't know how strong it is. There was another thing that was like, oh yeah, so instead of being like the premium pass shit that we're used to,
Mhm.
all the content is going to be free. All the post-launch content is going to be free, which is
Love it.
kind of cool. There's going to be an open, or I don't know if it's open beta or not, but there's going to be a beta starting sometime around September for people who pre-order or whatever. Are you going to pre-order this?
I might just to get my hands on the beta early. I don't know. I've never pre-ordered a game. Because when you're on PC, like what's it matter? You just the day it
download
comes out,
yeah.
you just I
Yeah.
don't know.
No,
A lot of games are starting to do that. Like you pre-order, you get access to the beta, you get I don't know, like
you get
certain
1,000
gun skins, shit
battle
like
points
that.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Now,
Which I guess makes sense for them.
There's also going to be a battle pass in this new
Okay.
Battlefield. What the fuck are they going to put in a battle pass?
I don't know. Hopefully just some fire gun skins, because their gun skins have been kind of
some jet
I hope they get a
skins.
little outlandish with the gun skins, because their gun
people will
skins
be
have been
furious.
really basic.
People
you
will
think
be
so?
yeah, because the people who play Battlefield, now I'm about to offend people. Keep your fucking panties in check. People who play Battlefield play it because it's more realistic than COD. Now they don't know that games like fucking Insurgency Sandstorm exist, right? So they don't know what an actual hardcore shooter is. like a
Mhm.
realistic FPS, but they play Battlefield because they want to be immersed, man. So if you make a pink flamingo M4 skin, they're gonna mold. They're gonna mold, dude.
I don't know what they would have in the battle pass then. I have no
I think,
fucking clue. Maybe like tank skins?
yeah, it's gonna be like tanks and jet skins. Probably some character customization shit, so you can have like the different colored pants or
Some gloves and shit
yeah,
that you
a
can actually
fucking
see.
watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah. Just some basic shit. Probably nothing too crazy, I wouldn't think.
maybe like I could see like bullet tracers or like if you're playing if you're playing as a medic, like your medic bag is like looks different than the regular medic
Yeah.
bags or some
Yeah.
shit. Or like instead of a defibrillator, you have like something else that does the thing.
Some car
This-
batteries.
Yeah, yep.
Or like some spark plugs.
Yeah, you just hook them up to their nipples and
Yeah.
yeah.
This is their ass cheeks when they're fucking laying on their stomach.
It's got to be some shit like that. I don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck they're gonna fill. Apparently, they're doing at least 3 years of post-launch content for this game. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna put in a battle pass for fucking 4 battle passes a year for 3 years. What the fuck are you gonna add to Battlefield? I mean,
That game's about to be fucking nuts, dude.
there's gonna be a
Oh my
shitload of
God, I wanna
guns.
play that.
That's the thing. There's gonna be a
There always
fuckload of
have been.
guns. So, well, not in Battlefield 1. There's
Eh,
7 different
That's 'cause
guns and
it's like-
3 different variants of each
in
gun.
their modern setting games, there have
Yeah,
always been
yeah.
a shit ton of guns.
Yeah.
Maybe
So if there's a ton of guns and they put like cool but not ridiculous weapon skins in there and people don't maul about it, they could milk the shit out of a bunch of battle passes. Now you remember the looting system in Firestorm? When you would kill someone and the balloon of loot would just explode and everything would be on top of each other in a little circle?
Yeah.
That was so bad. They got to do it different.
They'll do
looting-
better than they did on Firestorm. I didn't think Firestorm was bad. I just wasn't that into BRs at the time. Like I literally played it until I won a game. So I played it for 45 fucking minutes and then I never
Played 2
touched it again.
matches. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
It was not good, dude. It was not a good game. The tanks and shit were like OP. There were like different fucking orders you had to do. So like
I don't remember a lot about it, man.
you had to. I played it for 2 days, but you could like
Okay.
there was like objectives on the map that you didn't have to, but you would get like upgrades or whatever for doing objectives. So you could like go capture a flag in the middle of the zone, but everyone knows you're capturing it because it like the fucking beacon goes up or whatever, and then you get your ass
Right,
fucked
yeah.
by the guy who got the tank. I don't know. It was horrendous. I could see them making a really good one though, because they're
Well, now that they have a non-limiting like factor being that they're now in a modern setting, they're like way more unlocked. They could probably make some shit happen.
128.
I'm hoping that they
player,
learned
128 player service for the base
just
game.
in game.
Just in the
Okay.
game. 64
I
versus
figured
64.
it would be. I figured it would be.
At
There
least I don't know about console actually. Oh, I don't think this is gonna release on the old gen consoles like PS4 and Xbox One. I think it's only on PS5.
Probably not. I fucking doubt it.
But here's the thing: if it's only on PS5, Xbox S and X, and PC, it's definitely going to be crossplay. Because there's not enough people own PlayStation 5s and Xbox Series whatevers to have.
Because they're fucking
Yeah, because there's
$800.
well, and there's a global fucking silicon shortage. It's the same reason we can't get 3070s.
Graphics cards.
Yeah, because the terrorists took all the silicon.
These
So.
fucking bastards. Same rats that killed Kenny, dude.
So that's the thing, because like I want them to make the new Battlefield next gen only. That way, me who is getting a 3070 I can make use of all that like graphics power, and the game will look good. I want the game to look fire. But if it's gonna be that good graphics wise, there's no way an Xbox One and a PlayStation 4 can run it. There's no fucking shot.
Well, I mean, they could kind of cheat the system a little bit on that though, because like if they just what they used to do on console, at least when you're not ADS, they would lower your view distance like drastically, and then when you ADS, like shit that's past what you normally be able to load in would load in. Like you could ADS and see like this whole line of trees like load in when you ADS
If
on
that's how I
Battlefield
had
4.
to play video games, I would throw my PlayStation out my window. If shit was just
Well,
popping in at
get
me
on a
every time.
fucking console then, yeah.
I did.
Good looks.
Yeah.
Never
Oh,
looked
God.
back.
No. I don't know. Either that or they could make like separate builds of the games with like different texture qualities.
Something.
They could
Hopefully.
just make the textures.
They're not gonna fuck this
They
game
could
up.
make it
This
look
is
like
like
Minecraft.
if they fuck this new Battlefield up, their franchise is dead.
Yeah, actually.
Like actually,
because
their
the last
franchise
game
is
didn't
dead
do
if they
too
fuck this
hot.
up.
And
No.
Fire Team,
Fire shit didn't
it
work
took
out
a
either.
huge dump all over.
What I like about Battlefield is I like that they leave a couple years for development in between their games instead of fucking
Pumping one out
diversifying
every
their
fucking year.
their title to like 3 different companies like Treyarch and all them douchebags dropping a fucking game every 6 years or 6 months. My bad.
Yeah.
It's dog shit, man.
Apparently, the new Call of Duty is going to be a World War II game.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't really care either. His name is Tom Henderson, by the way.
The old CODs were so much better. I don't know what it is about them.
Call
the
of
graphics
Duty
look the same to me.
Call of Duty
from
4 was the only
CODs
good
a
COD.
decade ago. You didn't like was it World at War?
No.
Is that the old? You didn't like that one?
No.
Wasn't that like one of the old like World
Yeah.
War II ones?
It was like the first.
That game was fire.
Yeah, dog shit.
You didn't like it?
Call of Duty 4 was the only good Call of Duty game ever. Black Ops 4 was decent.
I liked World at War MW3, but I was biased because that's like
your childhood, isn't it?
Yeah. And
see,
then
that
Black
was
Ops
COD
2.
4 for me. It was like
Okay. I had
like when
COD
I
4 on
was-
the DS, dude, and that shit was gas.
yeah, okay.
Don't
When I
ever
was
make that game.
when
Dude,
I
I
was
was a fragger.
when I
There
was
no
9
online
years
play, of
old,
course.
all my friends talked about Call of Duty 4 every day in fucking 3rd grade. And I used to go to like all my friends' houses and we would all play
Yeah.
online together. I was a little farmer boy with no internet.
Man, having those fucking LAN parties when you were younger just is the life, dude. Like, just makes you want to go back, you know?
I never
Don't you want to
experienced
go
it.
back? Fuck, dude.
Yeah,
I
I would
never
never
had,
get
like,
invited
more
to
than just,
those
like,
because then
COGs,
someone would have
though.
to split screen with my fucking homeless ass, and they didn't want to. So I just played guitar my whole life instead. Should we wrap this up?
I think so,
We're
yeah.
we're over an hour. So, all right. So
Yeah.
this has not been a Valorant podcast. I'm sure
Nah.
some of you are malding. One of our 7 listeners is malding right now, probably. But
Yeah.
you know what?
Go ahead and get Discord.
Yeah, get in the
right
Discord and let me know. Ask me a fucking podcast question. You can find. Thanks for listening to the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this. There's going to be more episodes like this in the future. They'll be a little bit more structured than this one was. This was kind of just off the cuff.
We had no notes going into this. We just like said we were going to start with Battlefield, and then we just went from there into shit.
And I think
I don't think it went too bad.
It's fine. If you don't like the podcast, go fuck yourself. If you're looking for more content from either of us, twitch.tv/it's Sigg or just Sigg,
Come on.
locking it in. I don't have my notes. JUSTSIGG or twitch.tv/it's Boopsy. That's ITSBOOPSY. If you're interested in watching this on YouTube, we have a YouTube channel where we put these out. It's called the Gamble Stack Podcast. Spaces in between everything. Follow us on Twitter at Gamble Stack Pod. Link to the Discord will be in the description. Hop in there if you want to play Valorant, Battlefield, basically anything but Call of Duty. Hit us up. We'll be more than happy to play with you. Ask us podcast questions. If it's not the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life, we'll read them on the program. You can ask anything, gaming related or otherwise, whatever. If it's dumb, we just won't answer. But ask whatever you want. Maybe we talk about Valorant on Monday. Maybe not. I guess it depends.
Maybe
We'll
I don't
talk
know.
about something. We'll fucking catch you guys Monday. Thanks for
Maybe
hanging
we'll
out.
have like a half Valorant episode, half.
Other
I don't
stuff.
know. We'll figure it the fuck out. We'll get it locked in.
No,
for
it's
you
just
guys.
gonna be all Battlefield because the trailer's coming out. So get scammed.
That will definitely be a part of next Monday's episode for sure.
100%. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out. We appreciate your time. Hope you enjoyed. GG.
GG.